Hi guys, it's Ruthie and welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing something very exciting. I'm doing the coloring page, I guess, challenge, if you want to call it again. To tell you the truth, I've actually done this twice already. There was only one time where you guys actually saw it, and it was the very first one, but I actually did a second one, and that was in January 5th, around January 5th, and I did it on a separate computer and didn't actually film it, but I will put a picture in for you guys right here and show you what it looks like. I actually didn't hate it. It looked pretty good, especially compared to my first one, and also the second one and the third one, these are done on Photoshop, so that's also something to say. The very first one was done on Clip Studio Paint. I do think that one turned out pretty good still, but like compared to this one and the second one, it looks so bad. Yeah, I was really surprised. So I guess first I'll show you guys, or tell you guys how I kind of did this. I pretty much made a really large canvas and did a different separate color and put on some reference photos. And I also did a painting. If you guys haven't seen Slime Bunny's video where she did this same coloring page with the same real painting, it was amazing. I really recommend you guys checking it out. I really enjoyed it and it gave me the inspiration to do these again. So I really recommend you guys check it out. So how I did it was I put in the picture and I set that one to multiply. That way you could add layers underneath and still be able to see what's up under it. So I could have the line art on top and then the coloring on the bottom. It's pretty simple. So yeah, I really recommend you guys trying this out. So speaking of references are so important. I really enjoy using them. I use it a lot when I'm drawing, even painting. Well, I don't really use them as much as I'm painting, which I should. But I really recommend you guys checking or like using references when you're painting and drawing. It really is really helpful. I was so surprised at the difference between this drawing and the first one, or I guess the second one as well. But anyway, I was just surprised at how different they all looked. This whole thing took me about maybe 2 hours, which actually isn't very long, all things considering. But like whenever I did it, I did a recording in 2 parts, so I split it up into 2 days. And one I did it kind of late in the afternoon, the one I did it a little bit earlier afternoon. So this part you can see it was about 4:20ish in the afternoon. So I did this part. It took about an hour, and then I did it again the next day, working on the other part, finishing up and final touches, and that took about an hour too. So yeah, so about 2 hours. I was surprised it wasn't longer. To be honest, because it felt like forever. I was actually, once it was kind of wrapping up, I was like, okay, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to see how it looks and everything. Really ready to get this finished. So yeah, I really liked how it turned out. I know I keep saying this, but I really enjoyed how everything turned out. And I've looked at videos like these before where people did the coloring page. I've seen Drawing with Waffles did one, and again Slime Bunny, and I'm not sure if there was any other ones. I don't know. I know Loish did some, but it wasn't a video. I think Drawing with Waffles said she had done it, and I think that was on DeviantArt. I think so, yeah. So this, oh yeah, trying to remember what I was going to say. I decided to not color over the line art because I did kind of try it my second time, but it didn't turn out quite right. I wasn't quite comfortable with trying out the different shapes and shadows and highlights without the line art. I definitely want to move toward like getting off of the crutch of the line art, because that really is something is that I like to have, but I do want to have it where there's just no line art at all. So yeah, that'll take some practice, definitely. So yeah, so I guess like right now, I guess I'll kind of talk about what I was painting here. I used a bunch of the magic wand tool and paint bucket tool. I use that thing a lot, especially whenever I was coloring her entire body. I went in with the paint bucket tool, and then I went back in with my brush and different like colors and tones of colors and all of that, just to kind of vary everything and not make it look so solid, which is kind of the point of the whole thing. Make it actually look like a painting. So, I wanted to mention whenever I did this whole thing, I wasn't quite happy with the colors and the way they were just turning out, and I was picking up colors from my references, but I wasn't really liking those colors. I picked it up for her skin, and it was so pink. I didn't realize how pink her skin was in the movie, but whenever I tried to pick it up in Photoshop, it was very, very pink. So yeah, I don't know if it was because of the layers, but if you can just see in the thing here, it was really pink. So I decided to go with a little bit of a lighter tone, using it off of the actual painting. And I don't actually know the artist of that painting. I don't know. Oops. But here you can see I was playing around with the hue and saturation tab, which you can access that by clicking on the layer that you want to work on the hue and saturation, click on image, adjustments, and hue and saturation. And this helped me out so much during the whole thing, and I really liked how everything kind of became cohesive, I guess is the word, once everything was kind of completely done. Here you can kind of see where I was trying to go over the line art, and I was just going over with a light opacity brush. But still, I did it on a separate layer so I could, like, take it on and off if I liked it. But, I don't know, it looked kind of strange and looked very dull. It didn't look very polished, I guess is the word. I think it was just the opacity. So here you can see I kind of turned it on and off to see if I liked it, and I decided to keep it on in the end. So now I'm working on the grassy area. I actually think the one that I did in the second one, the grassy area, turned out better than this one. I think I blended things out a little bit better. And then the rocks, and let me tell you, I hate having to color these animals. Actually, the squirrels and the bunnies aren't too bad, but whenever you move to the chipmunks, oh my gosh, they are so aggravating to color. They're so tiny, and whenever I zoom in to the drawing, it just becomes pixelated, and you can't really like see what everything is doing, and then you have to go in and erase everything, and then it's just chaos. I actually liked how the bunnies turned out, and again I picked up the color from the actual reference photo from the movie, and again it was a little bit purple for me, so I did actually go in and adjust the hue and saturation to make it just a little bit darker and all of that. And then I did the squirrels. These colors actually worked out pretty good, but I did go back and adjust them in the end. But I liked how these turned out. I wasn't quite sure what was up with one of the hands. It looked strange. I don't know if I colored it wrong. I don't know. It looked kind of strange. And then I colored around the pebbles in with the bunny color. Just for... I can't remember if I did that. I don't think I even colored them in my other two. Yeah. So, looks like we're about wrapping up. And yeah, so I really liked how this one turned out. The background turned out okay, in my opinion. I would have liked it to be slightly different, but I did like how it turned out. I loved how the colors, it was kind of like a cool green tone overall. And here were the other ones that I did, and overall the third one was by far my favorite. So I think that'll be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with this, and hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!